Okay, this thing has an. Hey, I'm actually now streaming 2 separate streams at one time while I'm trying out this app. Q&A polls. No user have joined yet. Does this thing have chat? Well, let's go to the show. Oh no, not the screen showcase. Test. Okay, I think this actually may work with another service. And sending you people a new link. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay, I think I have gotten chat to work with this crowdcast. Too much happening on my machine right now. It's like I'm streaming to 2 different places at one time, having chat here, and I'm speaking Norwegian or something. Okay. So, test sign in with Google. Then loading tests. Haha, we have chat. We have chat. But only, okay, let's go tell the, so, yeah. Okay, let me just collect my breath for a little bit, and then I can continue. Whew. Yeah, that was not the most stressful 20 minutes I have had since my Google interview that I failed, by the way. So I'm only getting chatting, but not any messages. So let's let's get back to our full screen one. Yeah, let's go. Start screen share. Yes. Open active. Here is the URL people needs to go to, but that doesn't matter because I have only one viewer, and he is, well, trying to chat. No, he isn't trying to chat. He have written chatting. Yeah. So get. You got to. Yay! Okay. Let's get back to our scheduled program. I had a presentation. Yeah, now people are seeing my drive. Yeah, that's a nice first question. Present. Yes. What the? Is this up? No, this is an old stream. Okay, where the hell is my there. Yeah, people can hear me, so we can go to the next slide. I was hoping to get chat and stuff working before 20 minutes in. So this is the first beta episode of of Dartians Online. It's a working title, and today's agenda is first a quick presentation about what I want to do with the show, find out how to invite people, then have a discussion with the people I have invited about a few topics, like a better name for the show, when's a good time, stuff like that. And last but not least, begging people to contribute. So what I am thinking is have an online Dart conference about, instead of having a lot of session in 2 days, just like Dart Summit, having a 1 hour session per week. Well, when I wrote these slides, I was a bit more hopeful, but the idea is to record the shows, having a live stream as the stage, and have the chat that just got working to be the audience, followed by an after show. Types of show I'm thinking about would be one big a standard talk where one person presents a bigger topic with a Q&A session at the end if he doesn't use up all the time. Having panel discussions. I have a few ideas. And what we will be doing next week, if everything works, a battery of lightning talks about pub packages. Any other format I will would also work. And I also want to have an after show where I invite more people. Yeah, where I'm inviting more people, where we have more of video chat. Some of us that is today. I think I can try and invite everyone. So now I'm gonna try to invite people. First off, who in chat wants an invite? Who wants to join this freak show? Least gonna try send one to. Yeah, I'm just gonna start inviting people. Not a complete setup at the moment. Oh, yay! Let's just. Ooh, fancy. Yes. We are, of course, basically, it's your test, yeah. Yeah, trying to create a poll. Create poll. So, a poll is added. Just that, in that case, show John Kirkman, add people. Oh. John Kirkman. Invite. So I have invited Emil Pedersen. Awesome! 3 votes. Touring. Yeah. Public discussion. Q&A. This is a nice feature. Is if people give me a Q&A answer, I can invite you directly to the broadcast from the Q&A screen. I think. Oh, that's another fancy one. Hey, do I need to unmute his mic or something? Hey, John. Anybody? Oh, stop screen sharing. So, anyone actually wanting to say something, or they can't say something?
Are you hearing this?
Yeah,
Am I
I'm
super
hearing.
loud?
No, you're not super loud. It's.
Wow, this is magic. Am I live on Crowdcast as well? Hey.
Yeah, I think so. You
Hi,
just
Mom.
have. Hey, Mom. Yeah, you just have to wait a few seconds for
Yeah.
the buffer and create. It's actually, if you have two screens working at the same time, you will get the longest echo ever. It's like when you just finish talking, it's like then you start on the other end. So, but I need to open the chat again. We can hear a sound but no voice. Yeah, that was John. So,
so can anyone hear me, or can you just hear?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, but
Great.
can anyone in chat hear the?
Now, if only I could see the chat. I have a wonderful white bar where the chat would go.
Well, there's
if
this little button
Crowdcast would
right.
actually open.
You have a button on the top right?
Yeah,
button on the top right. So I'm in Hangouts. On the left menu, if I click the button for Crowdcast, it will toggle the Crowdcast window open. However, well, I say window, but it's actually a panel open.
Yes.
However, that panel is blank and seems to not load. Perhaps I'm blocking it somehow. Let's try this.
That kind of sucks. They can hear us all. Yeah. If anyone else wants an invite, just give me a Q&A question and I will press the invite button. Just the question and answer session module. Let's just call it that. So
now do a poll where you ask, how are we doing? And then we get a few awesomes, and then invite a few more people, and everyone is awesome.
We.
Now, it's fairly loud where I'm sitting right now. Is that interfering? Are you guys picking that up, or just my voice?
No,
we don't hear anything. It's Hangout is actually very good at filtering out background noise.
Yeah, they do an excellent job.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But we could hear your background before you started speaking, because then he didn't know what to filter out. How are we doing? Awesome.
My mic is actually turned up way up, so I'm like peaking and stuff, but that's just because I need to hear myself and like not make the sound from my computer all loud. So
you sound great. You sound great.
I should have my mouth like here, really close to the microphone, and then I could have turned the gain down. But it's yeah.
So maybe I was a bit presumptuous on that latest poll. Yeah, this system actually works, I feel. We have chat, we have Q&A.
That first vote was me, so.
Yeah. So, well, now I am really, really happy I did an alpha episode.
Yeah.
This would. Kevin has added Hangout Toolbox. Yeah, have fun with that.
Is it the thing where you can have like mustaches and stuff?
Not quite.
That's storing. What's the Hangout Toolbox?
I couldn't remember, and that's why I was just activating it to find out. So, sorry to derail things even further.
Oh no! It's this thing is fully derailed.
Wow, you can have a name and a tagline and a logo for yourself in the toolbox thing. That's very professional, very premium.
Yeah.
And a custom phone.
I'm. Do anyone on the chat or on the chat or live have a better idea for a name than Dartians Online? I feel it's the name. It feels too much like a crappy MMO to me. Like when you already have something and you just want to make it online, then you just slap, Age of Empire Online.
What does it really
Elder
matter?
Scrolls Online. Dartians Online. So I would love a better name for it, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, it's Dart Live. Yeah, that could work. Dart Live is good. I don't really think I want to talk about time zones and stuff. This has been a lot smaller than I hoped. But if anyone have any ideas for talks they would like to do, I have actually made something for that. I'm gonna put on screencast.
But at least now we know it works, right?
Yeah.
So, pretty good for a 0th episode or whatever.
Yeah, it's a 0 episode, and it did just what I hoped it to do. What I was hoping to do with this episode was to tease out Murphy Law sooner rather than later, and oh boy, he did deliver. So it seems like the chat really, well, some in the chat likes Dart Live.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. So here I have basically just a Kanban board thing for my own show of topics. These 3 topics was proposed by the fish dude, Kevin Patel. Well, I will be butchering names. I'm Scandinavian. That's kind of what we do.
Oh well, I'm Scandinavian too, so.
Yeah, and how do you go pronouncing some Chinese, French names?
Well, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, then again, who doesn't? I mean.
Yeah, but then again, when you have a really Scandinavian name, nobody can pronounce that either if you're not Scandinavian. Yeah, it's like my last name Jasvik. How it's like if you're trying to put yourself in an English mindset, you just can't. You just can't pronounce it.
Yeah. So should we?
Yeah. Well, I am looking for show ideas. So there is one panel I would love to do, and that's the DC Logic. Those guys that use Dart from way before it was sane to do so. I would guess those guys would have some stories about using Dart for all the wrong things. It's Kevin Engfinger. Yeah, that's a new low on name butchering, I think. It's part of them.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea to get a more of a prepared topic, I guess.
I will clean it up later. So, well, we could always put the bridge framework on the backlog.
Oh well.
Maybe we could do a whole episode, with. I'm trying to remember. Is it you and Dom that are gonna, that have been arguing so frequently on? I may have blocked out what it even was. Enums and something else.
Are you talking about me?
No, Martin.
No. Yeah, because I can't recognize that at all.
Well, I usually argue on every new feature in the language, because I have theory about that every language have only one of two fates, ultimately. Either you become irrelevant or you become C++. Basically, you have every feature. So I try to break every feature as slow as possible. Yeah.
So what you're saying is, if you like search for errors, you will just end up with the best stuff. So kind of like a JavaScript the good parts situation, or?
It's like I think that as you add feature to a language, it's actually get worse. Because no, it doesn't get worse. It's like every feature has a price.
Performance-wise, or?
No. For every
Design-wise,
feature you add, you make all the other feature a little less good. Because
now, what I'm confused about with making this argument is why, if that is the case, I mean, this must be difficult for you to champion such a high-level language as Dart.
Well, what was the original argument? That enums were bad, or?
No. His point is more generic than enums in particular. It's talking about the cost of adding features to a language in general, and that yes, that any features you add to a language have cost, and that.
So, like, if you have too many ways to perform a task, you will end up like not doing it in a clean way, or.
No, it's like it's the more different kind of code you have to know to actually read and be useful with it. It's like nobody knows C++. Everybody only knows a subset.
Well,
mostly a sane subset.
I guess you can just pick and choose your style. We have these paradigms like object-oriented and functional and stuff, and people who like to write functional, they probably do that in some functional language. But you can also kind of write functional style codes in Dart. So, however style you choose to have. You don't have to learn every feature, I don't think.
Now, I noticed that it looks like Kevin suggested, also known as the Fish Dude, suggested
Oh.
that he'd love to learn more about Dart on mobile and perhaps Sky. And I do not know who would be good to talk about that, but it's something I would love to hear more about as well.
I think we would need some Google on that one. So.
So there are some people in Slack.
I'm trying to.
Oh no! Wait, sorry.
Robert is proposing package review would be nice. I'm a bit interested in the MD POC package, but have not had the time to really try it out yet. Come on, Mark seems nice. He's thinking about how would we structure our
Well, first of all, I guess if we're going to pick a topic, some people who knows about it should be good to bring on. I have no idea what this common mark is. So.
Yeah, it's basically having. So let's just say that I have a show me the package episode here. So let me just add packages people want, and then I will try to get in contact with the author. For the next episode. Oh.
Actually, maybe people are slowly finding this stream.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be a good idea to at least have it online. I don't have anything to talk about, so I'd love to be exchanged for someone in the chat, but
there is a lot of.
But I mean, if we quit now, probably people won't even ever find it or something.
Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Okay, so I saw Robert linking the common mark thing. So apparently it's kind of a new spec'd out version of Markdown. That's good. I've actually thought about it being very weird. Like in in some places you have to do double stars to get the bold typeface, but in other places like Google Plus, you need to have one of them, and if you put two, you'll get stars around your word. So it's super weird that different implementations of Markdown, different rules is out there.
Yeah, I have found that pretty annoying. It's very hard to create a README file that exists both in creating a README file that looks perfect in GitHub and on Pub. There's just enough differences. When you try to do something fancy, it just ends up looking bad in one of the places. So I actually think I will just let the chat marinate on topic, and then when we end, I will just go through the chat and write out the ideas. Anyone else in the chat that wants to join the live show?
Yeah, please. I'm going to go away now, at least with the camera, because I'm starting to feel a little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to retire myself.
It's like one weird thing about you, Emil, you look way younger in person than you on your profile picture.
Well, that's why I chose that profile picture. It seems to me we have pretty huge delay, or maybe people are just slow in answering.
No, we have huge delay. Let me just type it in chat. And it's like we have 2 to 5 minutes delay. It's like I think at least 2 minutes.
Now, is that much delay with the crowdcast.io, or is that with the Q&A app itself?
It's the.
It has to be Crowdcast. I mean, we are hearing each other, so the Hangout stream should be fast.
It's YouTube. It's when we podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's creating a live stream. It's encoding. There's a lot of processing that's happening in the back end.
Oh yeah.
Distributing to the edges. It's like the problem is it's a system built for thousands upon thousands of users, and we use it for 5.
So another option for this is rather than using Hangouts on Air, which Hangouts on Air is it's designed very much for things that must happen live.
Yeah.
And an alternative possibly is to just actually use a normal Hangout, but to use the capture module or the capture app with it, so that you can just publish the completed session to YouTube. Then chat functionality and such would actually work, and whoever's available at the time can jump in and join in that session. And then, yeah, it just lives on YouTube.
I'm sorry, something happened. Could you give me the gist of that again?
Well, basically, so you create a normal Hangout instead of a Hangout on Air, right? And then
Correct.
You just invite people.
And you use the capture app
to
actually capture and save that, so that you can publish it to YouTube at the end of the session.
Yeah, that would actually work a lot better, I think.
That would give you normal
delay.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would not have a huge delay. I mean, obviously it's for a smaller crowd, and you can't watch it on YouTube as it's being recorded, but still.
Yeah. I actually think I'm thinking it's like I'm thinking if I need another alpha episode actually, because
well,
I don't feel confident enough to go for a full episode, knowing what I know now.
Well, just try it out then. You don't have to announce it, do you?
Yeah.
Or do you mean to see if chat works and all that?
Yeah, I needed. The reason I need to announce it is that Hangout is always a bit. Everything is a bit different if you do it live versus if you just do it with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't. So.
So here's my solution to that. Working for a video chat company.
You should know them.
It is.
I'm not worthy.
No. So of course I have multiple Google accounts, which many people do. Basically, open up an incognito window, and go to the Hangout URL or whatever it happens to be in that incognito window. Sign in using one of your various Google accounts, and every incognito window can be its own account and its own identity, etc. And there's no issues.
It's gonna feel pretty lonely though, commenting on yourself.
Yeah, you will have some echo if you do not mute it. So I wouldn't bother trying to test the audio in that manner.
Yeah. But the chat works. I feel this quotecast works a lot better than native Hangout on Air. that means that I have to cancel the next episode and create a new kind of event for it. But that's life.
Well, I guess I feel like the real value comes out when you post it to YouTube, right? Because most people aren't going to see it live. So maybe it's a good idea that. Sorry, what was his name? John.
John, yes.
So maybe that's a good idea to have a normal hangout and just post it to YouTube.
Yeah, basically make. The only thing we lose with doing it the hangout way is interaction, as Q&A sessions and the like.
But I mean, we could just
no.
People can comment on Slack or something.
As well, you can use the chat within Hangouts. So that's not, you haven't really lost that.
Yeah, so, I think.
How do you?
Are you talking about the chat is not? Oh well, you can make it a public. You can start a public Hangout, and then just post that Hangout link in Slack, and where the number of people that will be jumping onto it, maybe 10 people, that's small enough that that normal Hangouts is not an issue.
Yeah. The problem we had with our previous show was that there came more than 10 people. But I think we are getting to the end.
I'd say try and get someone, like plan for someone to do a talk or something before we do it again, because I feel like if we don't have interesting content, that maybe people won't even be interested, right?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And I would say that one piece of low-hanging fruit type of content, if you cannot find someone else who has something that will that you think will be engaging, is a few of us could always do essentially a peer review. Show us something that either that one of us is working on, and let the others basically tell us what we're doing wrong. I mean,
I feel like there's a lot of packages who claim to do good stuff, and then you get redirected to some README page, and you don't really have the time to dive in. So I feel like if you could get someone to just, it doesn't have to be like an hour long talk, just show us a little bit, and then some other people can ask questions, and that should work, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking about it's like a new ideas forming in my mind about a new format where we do it more on demand, offline, and then we can use the YouTube editor to stitch multiple sessions together to create a longer episode. If I'm doing the next episode with the packages, I could record almost everyone separately, and then
as long as you have people who can ask questions. So it would be better the more people you have in the chat or whatever to do some sort of Q&A.
So
I agree. I think both are valid, though. I mean, if that is what is possible to do, then that's wonderful. If it's not possible, then I think still doing it ahead of time and stitching it together is still would actually be good content.
Yeah. I feel like most people who are in the chat right now are just coming from Slack, right? So if we just announce there, hey, we're going to talk about this, and maybe a few people, 5 people, can check it out, and we'll do a Q&A, and then you can edit it together. I mean, it'll be fine.
Yeah, we will figure this out. Nobody goes on the backlog lower than episode 10 anyway. I actually think this will work. But there's a little stumbling in my future. So, but I actually have a pretty low pulse. All things considered.
A lot of pressure, eh?
But I think I want to end it here. I feel we have talked about what needs to be talked about.
So maybe I don't know what would be best, but maybe get some like Google Doc or whatever to like give people a way to say that they're interested, and for that to be public so people can see who are interested. Because I feel like if everyone needs to go to you, then people won't even see that that this is being worked on, you know?
Yeah. So yeah.
It's all about the advertising.
Yeah. So, but I think that the kind of discussion we are having right now, we can just do it on Slack.
Certainly.
Yeah. So because
Why then?
I'm kind of ready to go to bed.
Yeah, it's 10:02 here. So
yeah, it's 10:02 here too. And
okay then. Well, thank you guys very much.
yeah, thank you. Bye.
bye.
Have a great night.
Yeah. So I will stop broadcasting and later look at what I have here.